Hello friends, in this video we will be studying about heap and heap sort. So before going to study what is heap, we have to know few concepts here. So for that, let us study first about what is binary tree. As I have written here, a tree with a 0, 1 or 2 nodes is said to be a binary tree. Now in the first figure you can see that there is only one node. So that is also a binary tree. In the second figure there are 2 nodes. So that is also a binary tree. In the third figure we are having a one node as a root node, and we are having 2 children, that is a left child and a right child. So this is also a binary tree. And in the fourth figure there are no nodes here, but still it is an binary tree. Empty tree is also an binary tree. So all the trees from 1 to 4 are called as the binary trees. So what is a binary tree? A tree with 0, 1 or 2 nodes are called as binary trees. Then how do we represent these binary trees in terms of arrays? Array is a very simplest form of representation of these binary trees. Now you can see here, starting from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like this I have labeled them. So that, see here now, A, B, C, just directly I have written here. So you can see that I have written these nodes of the tree level wise. See, this is the 0th level, this is level number 1 and this is level number 2. So A is in 0th level. So here in 0th level only one element is there. Next, coming to the level number 1. In this level number 1 there are 2 elements. Starting from the left to right you have to write. So now here B and C are the 2 elements in level number 1. So B and C are the 2 elements in the level number 1. Then coming to the next level, level number 2. In this level there are 1, 2, 3 and 4 nodes are there. So starting from the left node to the right node, we are going to write the elements like this. So you can ask me a question that if we represent in this array format, how do we find the root of that node, left child and a right child? See, if it is a tree representation, easily you can find out how we are who is the root and who is the left and the right child. But in the array representation, for that we are having certain formulas. So if a node is present at an index I, if it is present at an index I, its left child is got by this formula, that is 2 into I plus 1. Right child is got by 2 into I plus 2. And its parent node is got by I minus 1 divided by 2. Let us try these formulas here now. See, C is a parent of F and G. So let me take here node number F. See here, F is at 5th position. So I want to find the parent of 5. So how do I find a parent of 5? I minus 1. What is I here? 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So at 2 position, see, at 2th position I am having C. Can you see here? C is the parent of F and G. Yes. So now let me take this node A. I want to find its left child. Node A is present at what position? At 0th position. So I is equal to 0 here. What is its left child? Left child can be got by using this 2 into I plus 0. What is the value of I have taken here? 0. 2 zeros are 0 plus 1. 1 will give me the position. See, at 1 I am having B. So B is the left child of A. How to find the right child now? 2 into I plus 2 here. What is the value of I? 0. 2 zeros are 0 plus 2 means it is going to give me 2. What is the right child by the tree? You can see here, C is the right child. So at the 2nd position I am having C. So these all formulas satisfy this array representation. So even using this array representation, we can find out the parent, left child as well as the right child here. So now consider this tree. Okay, so this is also a binary tree, is it not? So this first level we are having 2 nodes. In the second level here also we are having the 2 nodes. So but how this array representation can be done here? So if I start writing simply A B C D A B C F G, now you can see only here A B C F and G. So if I continuously write A B C F G, these formulas do not work on such representation. Why it does not work is, see here, B does not have anything here, it is not having any child. So if there is a child missing, so just keep a blank there. When you are representing the array, when you are representing a tree in the form of array, that time you are going to fill the array level wise of the tree. So in the first level A is there, in the second means 0th level A is there, in the first level B and C is there. So here we should have 2 children, no? There are no 2 children here, so I have kept 2 dashes here. Next, in this next level F and G are there, so I have kept F and G. So using this array representation can be done. Please keep in mind that if some nodes are missing in the tree, then don't continuously write the elements. You have to just give a dash there. Then only these formulas work on those representation. Next concept we have to study is about the complete binary tree and almost complete binary tree. First let us study about what is a binary tree. Complete binary tree. So if there are, I have written the definition, go through that, just I will explain you here. So if there are I number of levels, like for example this is 0th level, level number 1, level number 2, like that level I. So if there are I levels in a tree, then at each level I there should be 2 raised to I nodes. At each level I there should be 2 raised to I nodes. Then only it is said to be a complete binary tree here. Now see 0th level, 2 raised to 0 means 1. So in this 1 node is there? Yes. Now next see here, level number 1, 2 raised to 1, 2. So 2 nodes are there? Yes. So this is level number 2. 2 raised to 2 is 4. 4 nodes are there? Yes, 4 nodes are there. That is what these two are, the complete binary trees. What is the condition you have to satisfy here? In a complete binary tree, at each level I, there should be 2 raised to I nodes. So this is a complete binary tree. How about the almost complete binary tree? So in almost complete binary tree, what happens? Suppose in this tree also there are I levels. Okay, till I minus 1 level, there should be 2 raised to I minus 1 nodes. So this is 0, level 1, level 2. So level I minus 1 means the level before the last level. Okay, the level before the last level, till the level before the last level, there should be 2 raised to I minus 1 nodes. Means till last level, a level before the last level, it should be a complete binary tree. Okay, then in the last level what should be there? See, even if there are no 2 raised to I nodes here, the nodes should be filled from left to right. Okay, in the ith level, even if there are no 2 raised to I nodes, the nodes should be filled from the left to right. This is almost complete binary tree. What is almost complete binary tree? So till I minus 1th level, there should be 2 raised to I minus 1 nodes at each level. Then at 2th level, means at the last level, even if there are no 2 raised to I minus 1 nodes, the nodes should start from left to right. This is the almost complete binary tree. See here, level 0, 2 raised to 0, 1. 1 node is there. 2 raised to 1, 2. 2 nodes are there. This is level number 2. So 2 raised to 2 means 4 nodes should be there. Here only 2 nodes are there, but still it is almost complete binary tree. How? Because the nodes are from the left to right. So this is a almost complete binary tree. Now see in this example. So in this example here, see this is level 0, level 1. It is satisfying the first condition. That is till I minus 1 it is having 2 raised to I minus 1 nodes. Yes, but what about the last here? See, in the last level, the nodes should be filled from left to right. See, this is not filled, but this is filled. Means what? A left child is not filled, right side is filled here. So, this is not a complete binary tree here. Or this is not a almost complete binary tree, because here node is missing. So, it is not a almost complete binary tree. Having understood all these concepts, next we are going to move towards the heap. What is heap? Heap is a complete or almost complete binary tree where there will be parental dominance. Now, what is parental dominance? So, there are two types of dominance here. So, ascending dominance and descending dominance, or maximum dominance or minimum dominance. Means what? So, in a ascending dominance, means in the minimum heap, there a parent node will be less than its children node. The value of the parent node will be less than its children node. This is called as minimum heap here. Okay, so this is parental dominance, minimum parental dominance. Maximum parental dominance means what? The value of the root node will be greater than its child value nodes. Okay, so this is maximum heap. So what is a heap? It is a complete or almost complete binary tree in which there will be a parental dominance. That is what I have written here. Root node value may be greater than its children node values, or root node value may be smaller than its children node values. So there are two heaps depending on this definition, maximum heap and minimum heap. What is maximum heap? In maximum heap, consider any node here, that node's value will be greater than its children value nodes. Okay, consider 100. See, who are its children? 60 and 70. See, 100 is greater than 60 and 70. Yes, so consider this 60 now. What is the value of its children node? Its value is 30 and 10. So it is greater here. So this is called as maximum heap, where maximum heap, where the value of the root node will be greater than its both the children nodes. Okay, opposite to that is minimum heap. So in minimum heap, what happens? The value of the root node is smaller than the value of its children nodes. Now here I am having 20. What are its children nodes? 30 and 40. 20 is less than 30 and 40. Yes, now consider this one 30. 30 is less than 50 and 60. Here 40 is less than 80 and 100. This is called as minimum heap, where the root node value is less than its children node values. Then next we are going to study how to create a heap here. So we are creating a heap using two methods. One is bottom up approach and another is the top down approach. So let us start with the bottom up approach first. So in this, now you can see here, these like this random elements will be given to you. Given these are the random elements which are not sorted or nothing. Simply they have been given. Now you have to create a heap using the bottom up approach. So in the first step, what we are going to do is, how the elements are given, in the same way you are going to create a random tree level wise. Okay, take 5 as the root node, then 35 and 25 as its children. Next number is what? 45. Take level wise, you go on creating from left to right. Okay, so when you are going to create from level wise left to right, you are going to get a random tree now here. So after getting a random tree now, what we have to do is consider the rightmost leaf node and its parent node. Now rightmost leaf node and parent node means this one. Okay, 55 and 15. See, consider this one 55 and 15. So now we are going to consider the construct a maximum heap. So what is maximum heap? The value of the parent's node should be greater than its children. That is maximum heap, is it not? So now consider this rightmost node, leaf node with its parents. Now I am considering this is 55 and the child node value is 15. Already this is present in the maximum heap. Yes, so done. We are this no need of doing anything here, keep it as it is. Then go to the after this, which is rightmost, this one. So this is the rightmost now. Okay, so we are considering this part here, 20, 10 and 30. First you have to compare the two children here. Okay, 30 and 10, which is the maximum among 30 and 10. 30 is maximum. Then compare the maximum element with its parent value, 30 and 20. Who is greater here? 30 is greater. So in maximum heap, what should happen? This 30 should come to the root place, is it not? So we are exchanging here. See, we are exchanging here 30 and 20. After exchanging 30 and 20, we have got this. Next, consider its rightmost subtree. So this is considered, that is this tree is considered. Now compare these two elements here, 45 and 50. That is what I am doing comparison. Since very small letters have been written, I am using this tree only. Okay, so 45 and 50. Which is the biggest element here? 50. Now compare this 50 with the root element 45. So this 45 and 50, which one is greater? 50 is greater. So in the max heap, root node should be greater. So 50 is exchanged. So after exchanging, we are having, see here, 50, 45 and 45. So like this we are having here. Now this level is over. Okay, so the last level is over. So now go to its previous level. So when you go to its previous level, again start from the rightmost part. So this part is over now. Go to its upper level. So you are going to get this one. So in the last, see, in this level we have already finished here till here. Now go to its upper level, that is this part we are going to consider. See here, this part we are going to consider here in this part now here. So this is already, these are already in the max heap. Now compare 55 and 25 here. So which one is greater? 55 is greater. So and compare the root value with that, 55 and 25. Which one is greater? 55. So just swap this. So we after swapping we are getting 55, 25. Other all is the same. Next level, this one. So this part is considered. So in this part now here. So in this part, so compare this one, 50 and 30. Which one is greater in this one? 50 is greater. So now then compare it with the root node. So 50 and 35. Which one is greater? 50. So I am exchanging here. Okay. So 50 will come here and 35 will come here. Then this is 35. Okay. So here after exchanging 35 will come here. So this we have to check whether again this is in the max heap or not. So this node will be 35 and what is children node here? 45 here. So 45 is greater. See, two 45s are there. You can take either this one or this one. Okay, we will take the left side only. So 45 and 35. Which one is greater? 45 is greater. So exchange this one, 45 and 35. So 50 will come here, 45 will come here and 35 will come here. See here. Like this we have got here. Okay. So after arranging this node, then complete tree we are going to see here. This completed tree we are going to see here. So after considering the whole tree here, now see here. Here we have, after exchanging in the previous step, we have here 50 and here 55. So among 50 and 55, which is greater? 55 is greater. Compare that it with the root node. Here we are having 5. So exchange this one. So here 5 will come. So after exchanging this 5, compare it with the below children here. Here we are having 5 and 25. So which is greater? 25 is greater. So exchange this one now again. So here 25 will come. Here 5 will come. Okay. Then again next, if here is 5 and 15, which is greater? So 15 is greater. 15 will go here and 5 will come here. So what we have exchanged now? Here we have got 55. Here we have got 25. And here we have got 15. And here we have got 5. That is what we will be having here as a tree here. See here we had 25. See what we had here previously. So you can see here. Yes, you can see here. So after exchanging, here we had got what? This 5 had come here, here 15, here 25, and here 55. So that is what we have got here in this tree. Now we have created a maximum heap by bottom up approach. Why we are calling this bottom up approach? Because see here, first randomly we have created a tree, then from bottom we are going to sort it. So that is why it is called as a bottom up approach. Hope all of you have understood this one. If you have any doubts, please ask me once again. So, and we don't have the analysis of this one. Just you can write this one, the time complexity to create a heap using bottom up approach is big O of n, because n number of times we are doing the comparison and swapping. That is why big O of n. Big O is used for representing the longest time taken for the execution. Since we have to compare the complete tree, so worst case only. Worst case means it is the big O. Okay, whatever I have explained now, that is in the form of a stepwise here. So let us go through it once. So if the item at the parent location is less than its children, if the item at the parent location, let me consider this note, if a item at the parent location is less than its children node, what we have to do? Largest child should be moved to the parent position. See, we were comparing the values of the children, then who is bigger, we were swapping it with the parent position. That is what they have given here. Largest child should be moved to the parent position. Next, slide the item which is identified as a parent node to the child position. See, we were going through this one, no? So we are moving this down, sliding this down to this child node, and we are taking that to the parent. For the new parent node, means this one which we have swapped, for the new parent node which is just moved down one level, find the new child. So what they are saying is, see, when you are doing one exchange, you have to see that its below level are again following the heap. So when we were, so in the previous here, see, so when we are swapping here 5, so when we are swapping here 5, we checked the below level whether it is following the rule of maximum heap. When again we have swapped 5 here, again we'll check whether it is following the maximum heap rule. Like that, whenever you are doing swapping, you have to go on checking the below heap whether it is following the rule or not. So this is how you are doing the bottom up approach. So next we are going to study about the top down approach here. So we will be studying about the top down approach.